What's up everyone, it's Sean here, and today I'm back to give you guys an early look at the Air Max 1 anniversary restock of the white and Game Royal colorway. These are slated to drop in Canada on October 19th, and I believe there's a wider US release on the last week of October. The official colorway for this shoe is white, Game Royal, and neutral gray, and they retail for a price of $140 US or $190 here in Canada. Similar to the white and red Air Max 1 that originally dropped in March in limited numbers, this blue colorway also dropped in March. It was extremely limited. I feel like it was even more limited than the white and reds. Maybe that was a combination of more hype, but it was a lot more difficult for me to get. Thankfully, Nike has decided to bring these back once again, hopefully in the same quantities that we saw for the white and reds. If you guys haven't seen my detailed review of this shoe back in March, I'll add the link in the description down below. In terms of this re-release pair, let's take a quick look at the box. So we have the same exact box that the March pair came in. This has this orange top, the striped gray patterns on the sides. The size label is identical except of course the code, which is instead of 908-375-101, in this case it's 102. Everything else is identical except this pair doesn't come with the booklet or the dust bag. So here in my hands I have the March release, or I'm going to call them the OG release, and then in this hand I have the release from this month. So putting them side by side, I'll tell you guys they are very similar, and to the naked eye there's really no differences. So in this comparison video, I'm being extremely nitpicky for those of you who care, but honestly if you struck out on the pair from March, this pair looks basically identical. In fact, I feel like there's less differences between this colorway compared to the differences found on the white and reds. So one of the first differences that I found was the overall shape of the shoe. So with the OG pair, I felt like it was a bit of a higher cut and there was a bit more of a rounded feel to it, as opposed to the release from this month where it doesn't feel quite as high and it sort of has a little bit of that banana shape. In order to really spot this difference, take a look at this blue swoosh and then notice the amount of gray space sandwiching it. So with the OG pair, there's quite a bit of room, and when you compare it to the release from this month, there isn't quite as much room, especially underneath the swoosh. Similar to the white and red colorway, the height of the mudguard, especially around the sides of the toe box, this is noticeably higher compared to the mudguard height on the October pair. In terms of the actual tip of the toe box, the OG pair has a bit more of a higher cut with the mudguard, and it also slopes down a bit more, giving it these natural creases along the front. When you compare this to the re-release pair, while it does have a decent shape, it's nowhere near as slanted and sloped as compared to the OGs. Lastly, there's some changes with the midsole. So first off, the shape. On the OG pair, you can see how this midsole dips down and slopes back up rather aggressively. When you compare this to the re-release pair, while there still is a slope, it's a bit more flat and smooth and nowhere near as dramatic or aggressive as that found on the OGs. Also, the paint finish on the midsole is different. You really can't picture this on camera, so you really have to see it in person to see, but the OGs have a bit more of a matte finish, whereas the re-release pair has a bit more of a glossy finish. Aside from that, I didn't spot any other differences, and to be honest, a lot of these differences could be due to manufacturing error as opposed to a design change. In terms of sizing, I feel these fit identical to the March pair, so I'd recommend sticking with your true size if you like a looser fit, or even going a half size down if you want a more snug fit. So I went with my true size so that I can wear thicker socks, but I easily could have gone down a half size if I was going to wear thinner socks. The comfort on these is identical to the March pair, and I wouldn't consider them to be on the more comfortable side. This was a shoe that was designed 30 years ago, so you can imagine just how outdated this cushioning setup really is. Since I am keeping this pair dead stock and on ice, I will give you guys some bonus footage by showing you guys the OGs on feet. Let me know in the comments down below whether you guys plan to cop this pair when they drop next week. And if you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to give me that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, all that good stuff. And also give me a follow on my Instagram as well, so you can find me there at SGO8. So until next time, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.